What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Yeah, I decided to use my voice again. That's pretty cool. Yeah, whatever. So, Noob Invasion has received a few updates, and we're going to be looking over the few updates that some weapons have had. So, the developer of this game, that's nice, has decided to take a bit longer in updates for a very good reason. So, there's been a little bit of drama about balancing weapons and all that stuff, so that's nice to pay attention. So now he's taking suggestions from testers, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna review some stuff. So first of all, we got Bat Sword. You see, Bat Sword is pretty good now. It does much more damage, and it's a really good healing weapon, almost at the likes of Dark Heart, which is pretty darn cool because, well, there isn't too many healing weapons. Plus, lifesteal. I don't really like range healing weapons like lifesteal Uzi. Honestly, it's kind of trash unless you know how to use it properly. And then you got this. You could just hold it for the rest of your game. Next, there's Fall Pierce Run. I have no idea, so I'm gonna just call it Fall Parry. So Fall Parry got a buff. Force Push does 175 damage, so it could kill normal noobs very easily. The Leaf Nade also got a buff. It does 25 damage now. So now it insta kills noobs, which is really cool. Yeah, so the weapon has been slightly improved. Also, all weapons that do explosions, they have a custom explode animation, like you just saw on YouTuber, a custom explosion effect, which is really good. That is amazing. Next up, we're going to review all the railguns. So we're gonna start with Wonder Waffle, and then we're gonna use this railgun. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna call it MK1. All right, let's start. So the Wonder Waffle didn't receive a damage buff, but it did receive a buff in one of its features. So this thing can burn enemies, right? As you can see, the fire is now purple. It's not your average fire. It's now purple, and it does more damage than the average fire. It does 135 per second, so it could do thousands of damage to bosses. So if you're above level 500, this may not seem like a lot, but it still could be really helpful. And then MK1 also does the same thing, except it's blue. Let me try to get it. They That's not just decrease the chance of the ignite. Yeah, see blue fire. That's really cool looking and all that stuff. Grim Axe, not available anymore. Halloween event. You guys already know that. 700 damage now. Instead of 550, just 700, which is really cool. Vampire Vanquisher got a damage buff. It does 300 now. Skeleton King Sword does 650. It was originally going to do 750, but it was nerfed and because it had better DPS than Grimax. But it's getting a buff again at 710 damage. It's still, despite doing more damage than Grimax is better because of the animations, I think, honestly. Like the weapon see, it goes through, but bruh. Skeleton King Sword is really slow in the animation. That's why it doesn't do, that's why it barely does any damage. So next, we're going to reveal the other weapons. So let me just find something. Ah yes, Mythic Sword of the Tides. You may notice a price change. Lots of weapons have gotten their price changed to be higher because of their abilities, and many weapons have received it. Like Iron Pierce Ron, 50k, now it's 59,000. Wind Summon is 69,000, nice. And other weapons. So, you gotta. Alright, we're gonna ignore that bug. So, this thing, its base damage, which means just melee damage, has been buffed to 45. Ignore that notification. Pretend you never saw it. Yeah. And its ability damage has been buffed by 55. Not a lot, but I guess it helps. Uh, yeah, it's a pretty good beginner weapon. Also, in the weapon description, I think it said it has 25% damage reduction. I'm not sure if it does damage reduction new invasion. That's why it's probably removed it. but it was darn. The bomb noobs are like pretty annoying. Yeah, so basically, Mythic Sword of the Tides buffed is pretty good for a beginner weapon, but it's still pretty trash because it slows you down. Stone Golem Hammers, all variants. This band hammer, 600 damage now. Fire General does 30 damage per crystal. Yeah, this thing has crystals, magma crystals. It's really small, it's barely noticeable, but it's a small detail. Next, we got Vibe Checker. Let me just reset. Vibe Checker will be receiving a nerf soon, as Daphne did state that privately with me. But for now, it did get a buff. So Vibe Check ability does 800 damage. That's a lot. That's more than Grimax. And yeah, you guys remember when Vibe Checker was like the best weapon? It did the ability at 5,000 damage. It could insta kill any boss. If it had 1 million, the boss would still die in like under a minute because of this one weapon, which is pretty cool. There's the league. So let's test it. Vibe Checker. Yeah, as you can see, look at that. It's pretty cool TPS. And just like that, we almost drained like half of his health. The weapon itself has been significantly improved, where to the point where it's actually worth its price. But the reason it's getting nerfed is because it's better than Skeleton Kingsword, which is 50,000 more, and it shouldn't be better. Skeleton Kingsword was always bad from the start, honestly. I mean, when it first got released, 1,000 damage, okay, it's kind of good, but yeah, it's still trash. I'm just gonna reset now. Life is awful. Next, there's Hex Spitter. See that? Yeah, that's Hex Spitter. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Hex Spitter has received a buff and a nerf at the same time. Well, that's less base damage. It finally gets affected by perks. So if you use the gun damage bonus perk, it gets affected by it now. So yeah, but I don't really recommend using Hex Spitter. It's still pretty trash. Yeah. I wonder why not a lot of people use Hexper anymore. This thing used to be one of the most used weapons in the entire game, for a good reason. Infinite ammo and decent damage, yeah. Here, like, garbage. Absolutely garbage. Even with 175% damage bonus, it's still garbage. I don't know why it got nerfed, but okay, I don't really care. Alright, let me just showcase the Railgun Fire. There you go. Oh yeah, Leak Nob as a hitbox. As you can see, first try, there we go. If you look at the health bar, it's slowly draining him. It's not doing like insanely good damage, but it did quite. But Leak did take a beating. Alright, just yeah. So that's some of the updates. The new invasion that just happened. I'll start making more videos with my voice. You guys wanted it, so here we go. Uh, yeah. Also, Uh, my iconic purple avatar. I don't really use it anymore. I'm gonna use this. This is my new avatar. Funny mouth, funny man. He's the perfect. He got drip. So that's obviously pretty cool. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video. See ya, guys.